Today's a garden update. Yep, garden update. Mid-December. What's the update? Everything's dead. It's too cold to grow in Zone 5. But this is my indoor garden. You know, the accidental one. It's a little more intentional now. It's still growing, it's still thriving, and I'm still planting. Hi and welcome. Glad you could join me. My name is Elizabeth. Today I'm in my indoor garden. Yes, it's still going. It went from accidental to intentional, and I've been enjoying it very much. It did take a bit of a hit in the fall when I had so much to do outside, and then I spent a week in Ontario visiting with my granddaughters. But it seems to be doing really, really well now. I recently did another planting, and everything came up beautifully. So today I'm going to be harvesting and preserving some of my herbs, as well as doing some potting up. There's a couple things that need to be potted up, including a cherry tomato, which is at least 3 feet high, and that should be an interesting job. So please join me. Let's get going. I'm going to cut this whole plant back and dry it, because I really don't need this much parsley growing. I like parsley and I use it a lot in the winter, but I don't need all that I've got. It was nice to rescue it from the outside, but I think I need this pot for other things. I moved the plants out of the dining room into the office. Well, what I basically did was I created the office. It was originally a storeroom, and I had my computer out in the craft room, which was very close to the door, and I found it incredibly cold. So I moved everything out of the storeroom and created the office, and then put the plants in here. And basically now we're sharing resources. The room is 5 degrees warmer than the rest of the house, which suits me just fine when I'm sitting at the desk. The plants are very happy about that. Since I moved in, my tomato plant has bloomed, which it was not doing out in the living room. In the evenings, when I am sitting at my desk working, the lights from the plant stand are lighting the room, so I'm not using any additional lights. So it seems to be a really good use of resources for both the plants and me. I was concerned about running the lights and how much it was going to cost. They're running about 15 hours a day. They are on a timer, which is better for the plants and me, because then I don't forget and kill them. But so far this fall, since I started using the lights in August, my electricity bill has been lower every single month. I just want to jump in here and add that we have had a milder fall, which will account for the lower hydro bill over the last 3 months. And I'm just glad that the lights have not appeared to be an extra burden on my electricity usage. This is the first full month that I will be in the office heating the room, having the lights. but we are sharing the heat and the light, so I think that might be a little bit more cost effective. Looks like there's 4 plants here altogether, and I think I'm going to keep this one. So I'm going to repot that one. And this one, I'm going to take out of the pot. I'm going to completely harvest this, because again, one person does not need this much basil. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Holy cow. I keep the potting soil outside. I just have it in the carport right now. It's better than having it in the house. There's no need to try to find space for it in here. I just make sure that I bring it in 24 hours before I need it and put it near a baseboard heater to make sure that it's warm enough when I use it, and then I can just put it back outside. The only problem is it is a bit heavy to be hauling around, but yeah, I'd rather not give up the indoor space for the soil. So this is my soil, my potting soil, my potting mix. I'm going to have to pot up the tomato where it is in the room. I don't think I can move it. It's too tall and too spindly. So let's see what we can do. All our snow melted, and as I'm puttering around the house and potting everything up, I'm looking out the window at my my raised beds, and it's just killing me. It's just making me long for spring and long for planting outside. And I'm glad I'm planting inside, but wow, it's just driving me crazy. It looks so nice out here. It's -3, so I'm not planting out anything out here. But just every time I walk past the window, I can see the gardens, and yeah, I'm longing to be out here in the spring. After that quick interlude outside, we will get back to this. So I have this big container, one of those under the bed storage containers, and I got it specifically to deal with soil, so I can, fill pots without getting soil all over my dining room table or the floor or anything like that. So hopefully this will work to transplant the tomato. Oh, the soil is still a little bit cold. I hope it doesn't mind too much. The rack that I have here, the shelf, I really, really like it. I can adjust the shelves without taking the whole thing apart, which is really helpful when your plant needs change and you have to reduce the distance or increase the distance between the rack and the lights to accommodate the growing plants. It's a really good rack. I really, really like it. It came with and without it came with wheels, but it could be put up without. So I'll put a link in the description to the rack, because if I had to buy a second one, I would absolutely buy this one again. This is what I'm going to put the kale in. I washed it. It had the parsley in it before, but it had been outside, so I washed it before I'm going to switch the kale. And then this one I'm going to use for the basil. And I need to add a bit of soil. to the chive. Wow, not doing very well keeping the soil in this bucket. Okay, that should be happier. There we go. Bit more. Oh, smells good. I love the smell of basil. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having the garden indoors. I'm not sure that I would do it next year, probably. But I'm really glad that I did it this year because I learned a lot about indoor planting and I really want to do my own seed starting this year. So I think I'm in a really good position to be successful and be able to transfer a lot of things out to my garden and grow what I need to grow. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and I would really love it if you would subscribe and join our community. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.